Alright, I'm back, and I had the most amazing experience at Magic 30 in Las Vegas because not only did I have, like, it was one of the best conventions ever for Magic the Gathering, but I also won the right to be in the top 8 of the Magic 30 Championship. I used Modern Merfolk to go straight to the top 8, and I was able to play in a beta booster draft. A very, very rare experience. I have no idea how many boosters there are left on the Earth for Wizards of the Coast perhaps to buy up and make another Rochester booster draft, but okay, so this is like, let's talk about the tournament. Let's talk about the experience. Let's have some fun here. Let's go look at Twitter. Now, there is a lot of news about how there's a lot of hiccups going on at Magic 30, which are true, but overall, I don't think it took away from the experience for a lot of people. It was a very unique atmosphere that was unlike any other Magic the Gathering event ever. Like, if you ever went to a Grand Prix, it's all it is this gigantic F&M, more tables, more chairs, but they created an atmosphere here that was never done before, ever, in the history of the game. I never got to see this part of it. Like, one problem for me, from my perspective as a tournament player, is from Saturday morning to basically the end of Sunday, I didn't get to see anything because I was just stuck in the tournament area. But, you know, on Friday, I got to walk around. I got to see what like, look at these sets that they put up. You really felt like you were in the multiverse. You were in, like, Liliana's lair. I don't know exactly where any of these sets are set up. Oh, we got, and apparently Brian Kibler was here by, like, complete surprise. Oh, these are the winners of the cosplay cosplay contest with $1,000. Who got first? It's cropped off at the bottom, but looks like this cosplay got first place at $3,000. Congratulations. A lot of cosplayers. Where is... But, like, the thing that made the event was just the atmosphere, the decor. They got the lights. They had, like, the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire lights going on at the World Championship area. They had the mist going, so it had a fogginess to it. It was somewhat dark, like, very dramatic dark. Not bad dark. It was good dark. And it made the whole thing different. You knew it was a... Whoa, what's going on here? What's going on here, Voxy? I'm trying to see if I can find anything else that can relate to what I'm talking about. You know, we've got the stage here. What was this? The live command zone, I think? Maybe? I think this is the live command zone that they had. And, of course, I made the top 8 of the booster draft. And I had... Where are we here? This is my beta booster draft deck. I'm sure you're all itching to see what it looks like. We got Alejandro. Congratulations, Nikachu. You can tell us more about your rounds, matches, and etc. I think we should have a separate stream. Oh no, maybe we can do it here. I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do in this stream. I do whatever you guys want me to do. Micah J and Nikachu, when you were drafting that plateau, were you thinking maybe you should move off Merfolk for a real deck? I didn't have like any blue cards at that time. I had nothing for blue. That was my first. Sorry, that was my third pick. Cause that was my first booster, and that was my third pick. Or I don't know, maybe yeah, I think it was approximately my third pick. I was open. I could have been doing anything. You Mr. DJ Longhair, I saw everyone. I saw like so many people. I don't know. You must have been really busy. I heard the people with the Black Lotus package, they were constantly going from one event to another. They got to meet Mark Rosewater. They were very, very busy. So now that you took Merfolk to top 8, you need to get to the professor to fly you out to TCC for free. He's offered it before. I don't think he offered it this time. I think he offered it if you won the event. You have to win. Can't be that easy, you know. I make top 8s here and there. With beta basics? Absolutely. Absolutely. So, okay, so let's talk about probably that's what a lot of people want to know about the booster experience. Hold on, where is? So they call us for top 8. Let's talk about the security here. They call us for top 8. I can't show any of this because I don't have any pictures right now. They call us for top 8. Then they like verify everyone is who they are with you know, whatever photo ID. Then they escort us into the playing area, which is loaded with security guards. It's loaded with security guards everywhere. And also they had security dogs. They had security. So if you come to try to grab a Black Lotus, you're going to get bit by the security dog. They're going to tackle you. So there was no BSing around here at Magic 30. And then they showed us the boosters. Now, what they were telling us about the boosters is that they were going to try to carefully as possible, not tear them apart. And they did a really good job with mine. I think only this one has a little bit of a fray at the bottom. Correct me if I don't know if this is true, but somebody said the wrapper is worth like $300. Is that true? I'm not going to give mine away. I'm going to keep mine. I think this is the real memento from the beta booster draft or the beta booster packages. And now that I think about it, I'm going to have them framed. I'm going to create some sort of mantle out of this because this is probably the real keepsake from the beta booster draft. And it honestly is a one in a lifetime experience. I may never do this again. I thought my only chance of getting a beta Black Lotus was this. This was my key. This was my route. Because I'm never going to just personally buy one. And if I did, it would probably be to like HP beat up garbage condition. So this was my one shot. Benjamin, so awesome you got to play the beta draft. Awesome haul. It was not bad. Beanpaw's like, miss you. I miss you too. I also missed being at home. Yeah, the scammers want them here. All right, so, and an interesting thing for getting in 3rd place, I got an Arabian Nights booster. This was like the prize. This, instead of paying out in cash, they gave you boosters. I have no idea where this came from. This was in Wizards of the Coast, like, backyard or something. But, yeah, Arabian Nights booster. Definitely not opening it on stream. You better believe, I would have preferred that we just make top 8 and left with the boosters, to be honest. Then, what is that, like a $30,000 payday? That would have been pretty good. All right, Mikey J's got some advice here. Don't sell your pack wrappers unless you need the money or have a plan for the money. No, we're going to keep the pack wrappers. Does anyone want to see my deck? Does anyone want to see the deck? All right, what do we got here? What do I draft? See, okay, let's first look at all the cards that didn't make the deck. There's a lot of cards that didn't make the deck. Oh, did I mash all this stuff together? I hope I did not. Okay, this is my deck. This is nothing. This is... I do not have all my cards here. Where are they? Oh, I think I put them in here. Maybe. I just got home. Okay, so there's some cards in here. The good cards are in here. The good cards are in here. Some really big cards are in here. So this is... Oh, I took out all the rubbish basic lands. That's why this feels so thin. Is this all the cards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2... That's probably it. That's probably it. All right. Thank Kyle Driver for the $2. Oh, I got my sound effects back. Oh, I missed my sound effects. How did Mrs. Nikachu react when you told her? I don't know what her reaction was because I told her digitally. All right. Well, what do we got here? I got myself a twiddle. Oh, it's not going to be perfect quality, but whatever. This is the best we can do at the moment. We got a Merfolk of the Pearl. I did get a Merfolk of the Pearl Trident. I got a Phantasmal Terrain, so I left myself open to like sort of a Lord of Atlantis Merfolk tribe. Phantasmal Terrain will turn any land into a basic land that I want, including can be an island. Got a Siren's Call. If you don't know what most of these cards are, neither do I. Neither do I. Flight? What is this? Like, target... Enchant creature. Target creature is a flying creature now. This did beat me. My opponent used this against me to knock me out of the tournament. Got a Circle Protection black. We've got Circle of Protection red. Okay, here's a rare Cormod's Bell. I have no idea what this is worth. I gotta check that out. I didn't look this one up. I still don't even know what the full value of my entire cards are that I drafted. Hypnotic Spectre. You know, I fist pumped drafted this because I thought it was a money card, and it's worth like a little bit of money, but I was mistaking it for Royal Assassin. Because before the top 8 started, I was looking up the prices to all the cards. I was looking up desperately all the prices to all the cards. We got Allure. Channel, which I thought was going to be worth more than it is, but I guess because it's a completely banned card, it's worthless. Nobody wants this card. Nobody cares. And we got, what is this, Pegasus? Mesa Pegasus. So very, I don't know, a little bit, 2/3 way into the draft, I've got like no creatures. I need to draft anything that's a creature. And stuff like Mesa Pegasus was open, so I snapped it up. Like, you cannot win a game without creatures, and having even dinky 1/1s is better than nothing. So, Mesa Pegasus. What else do I got? We got Drain Life here. Regeneration. Target creature gets regenerated. We've got Samite Healer, another creature. Not bad. Tap to prevent 1 damage to any target. Can prevent... but you know what destroys this? Prodigal... What is it? Prodigal Sorcerer? The 3-mana 1/1 blue creature. Tap, deal 1 damage to any creature. That card is broken in beta. In beta draft. It completely busted. I got a Sinkhole. Sinkhole actually helped me win my match. In the top 8, I was up against the other Merfolk player that played Merfolk. And he had Jonathan Patton, and he had an amazing Sultai deck. He had like tons of air elementals in his deck. He had like Juggernaut. He had counter spells. He had everything. But thanks to stuff like Sinkhole, I was able to keep him off double blue to play his air elemental, and that was enough to win the game. We got Llanowar Elves. Got some ramp, and the ramp was actually useful too. Wild Growth. Wild Growth was also a very useful ramp. Felt like I was playing with Utopia Sprawl in beta, basically. What do we got? Paralyze, the only removal. It's not bad removal. 1 black, tap the creature. They have to pay 4 mana, untap it. It's not bad. Very interesting. Throne a Bone. I don't know how good or bad this card is. Throne a Bone. What else we got? Stream of Life. Target player gains X life. Guardian Angel. Prevents damage. I think that helped me win in combat once. I don't know about the rest of the players. So the thing is, when I was in the top 8, my games went long. It was really interactive. The rest of the games were done really quickly. I don't know, maybe people got mana screwed and they couldn't do anything. My games were supremely interactive with removal, the counter spells, prevent damage, deal damage, attack with banding. I learned banding for the first time. I didn't know what banding was, but now that I was given the rules, and after I have actually attacked with the Mace of Pegasus, which has bans, flying and bans, I now completely understand, or maybe not completely, I have a good idea how banding works. Because I had to use it. And it's a pretty broken mechanic. It's a good mechanic. It's just too complicated. Alright, before we get into more of these cards that I got, we gotta do some housekeeping here. Have you ever heard of our Lord and Savior? Is this it? Fusion Gaming Online. I don't know where my buttons are. I don't know. I can't remember which buttons do what around here. Fusion Gaming Online, my favorite local game store. The place I buy almost all my best Magic product. I've been going there for years. I trust them with everything. And you can pre-order the Brothers War. The spoilers are coming out. The Brothers War is going to be a hell of a war. Urza versus Mishra. Place your bets. And if you are going to pre-order the Brothers War or any Magic product, or get singles or sleeves or deck boxes, Don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu at checkout for 5% off all your purchases, and it supports the channel. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place for renting Magic cards online. Your ability to play any deck, any format, anytime you want. Do you know why? Because it's cheaper. If you want to play a lot of decks, you would burn tons of money selling your cards back, buying new ones. For now, with a monthly subscription price, you can play as many decks as you want endlessly. The possibilities are not limited. And you can support the channel by using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 10% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu_RUE. All right, and now back to the good stuff. Okay, what else do we got here? I wish they could print more banding on new cards. That's crazy. The most expensive cards, I believe, were Time Walk, Time Vault, and Underground Sea, and Plateau. Yeah, and I got the lowest end of all that stuff. But yeah, those were the most expensive cards. And there was a Soul Ring. So Soul Ring was there. I did a 6th edition draft at Magic 30. Prodigal Sorcery was still good in that set. A lot of 1 toughness creatures. You better believe it. And removal is junk. Okay, we've got a Scrib Sprites, a 1/1 flyer for a green. Doesn't seem like they print anything like that anymore. Like, flying is not really a green thing. Unholy Strength! Come on, at some point I had to just grab for playables. We've got, what the hell is this? Holy Armor. And holy crap, is it worthless. I sided this out. It was so bad. I should have just had my Circle of Protections. Alright, now here's my bomb card that I knew would change everything. It's the Sengir Vampire. This card is busted. It's 5 mana, it's a 4/4 flyer. And whenever it deals damage to a creature and that creature dies, it gets +1/+1. So this, in addition to try to heal and prevent damage to the vampire, keeps my vampire alive in combat. And I was able to make it a bigger vampire, and this is how I won my games. And we got Ironroot Treefolk, 3/5. Yeah, baby, for 5 mana. We take anything we can get. Circle of Protection Blue. This Circle of Protection Blue got me eliminated from the tournament. So what happened is I sided this in versus Jonathan Patton, who had a Sultai deck. And then what ended up happening, this is a great story, actually. Okay, so let's talk about the story. So, I sided this in against Jonathan Patton. The match took almost the entire 50 minutes. And when the match was done, the judges immediately told me, if you need, like, a break or get a drink, please go do it now. But we would like, start the next round, like, pretty prompto. And I'm like, okay. So I get up from my match, put everything in my deck box. I leave. I go use the washroom. I get a refill of water. I come back, and they're like, okay, let's start the next match. I did not take this out of my deck. So I'm playing a game against my opponent, and actually I'm doing really well. The board is even. I got Sengir Vampire in my hand. I'm just waiting for another black source, and I got Circle. I even have Circle of Protection Blue on the board to prevent his Prodigal Sorcerer from dealing any damage to me. So he tries to deal damage to me, prevent it. Tries to deal damage to me, I prevent it. Tries to deal damage to me, prevent it. I'm doing this for like 4 turns, and then my opponent pulls out their own Circle of Protection just from the main deck. It's actually a COP red, which was useless against me. I had no red cards. But, it was his only playables, so he threw it on the table. And I'm like, putting the Circle of Protections in the main deck is really smart. And the guy sort of laughed and pointed at my Circle of Protection Blue, like, you did it too. And I'm like, oh, F me. This is not in my main deck. So call a judge. Tell them, this is a sideboard card, and I already know the penalty, and it's not good. And I tell my opponent, like, this is just an easy game loss. So the judges actually tried really hard to dig into the rules to find some way. This is funny. A lot of people think judges are out there to punish you. The judges actually looked desperately for some way to not give me a game loss. But unfortunately, because the Circle of Protection blue had such an influence on the game for multiple turns. There's no way to correct the situation, so I had to get a game loss. And in game 2, I got pub stomped. My opponent actually had a really good deck versus me. I got absolutely annihilated. So that's how I got eliminated. That's how I went out in Magic Vegas. Okay, what other cards we got here? Okay, so we got the COP blue. COP white! Never got to... I did side this in against my opponent, because they were in the semifinals. We got Island! Okay, we got Island. Can I do multiples of these at the same time? So we got Islands. I felt weird. There was a point in the game where I'm like, I'm concerned... Because there were a lot of basic lands in these decks. Tons! There's no creatures or anything to grab, because the decks, like these booster packs, are loaded with basic lands. You can get 5, 6 basic lands in a pack. It's insane. And there's also just so many rubbish cards. So, yeah, anyway. There was a point where people are just grabbing lands for value, and I wasn't sure, should I grab the lands for money, or should I just grab random cards to make my deck a little bit playable, like Holy Armor. Got some more got plains and a forest. Trevor's like, I can't imagine the money needed for beta draft today. It's $30,000. I believe it's $10,000 a pack. Beta ain't supposed to be drafted. I know. Got more basic lands. Yeah, here's more basic lands. Yeah, everyone knows what basic lands are. But it is a weird moment when everyone's taking the good cards. Do you want to take a basic land for money? Or do you want to take like some random garbage card because you might need a playable in your deck? So, I like my decision because I did make the semifinals and hopefully that had an influence. Okay, you guys want to see the heavy hitting cards now? I got a lightning bolt. I was able to get one beta lightning bolt. Wasn't in my colors, had nothing to do with lightning bolt. I had a channel and I really wanted a fireball, but I never had an opportunity because either I had to take like a much more expensive card or I just never had an opportunity. I'd have been sick to have a 2-card combo in my deck because I had the channel, couldn't get the fireball. But anyway, yeah, lightning bolt. Sweet stuff. Sure, there's a lot of people that love the beta lightning bolt. Almost everything is considered rare drafting. Yeah, basically. And okay, now here's a situation. Okay, you wanted my second booster pack was I had a booster pack. Brain Geyser? Is that how it is? Yeah, Brain Geyser. This basically is a beta looking card. My second booster pack that I opened had Brain Geyser, or rare. That's the rare. But it also had Icy Manipulator. Let's get the beta printing. It's the old school. There we go. That's what I opened right there. Now the question is, what do you pick? What do you take? Do you take the Icy Manipulator or do you take the Brain Geyser? Icy Manipulator, so Brain Geyser is your rare. It's worth money, you know that. But Icy Manipulator is an uncommon and it's really good in draft. And I couldn't remember how much it was worth. A bunch of random uncommons are worth a lot of money. And how much money could Brain Geyser be? Because it is like this blue X, target player draws X cards. Who cares? Like, they've reprinted that effect a million times in better ways. But Icy Manipulator is one of the best limited cards of all time. For 4 mana, you can pay 1, tap it. You may tap any land, creature, or artifact in play on either side. It's a very, very... What would you guys do? You're in my seat. Do you take the Brain Geyser, which you know is the rare, or do you try to play to win? And maybe this is worth money. Do you take Icy Manipulator? Because the thing is, I went in to this beta booster draft. I'm going to take the money cards. I'm going to snap up whatever's worth the most. I'm the worst limited player there. I'm not afraid to say that. And if I'm the worst limited player, I should just grab the money. Why even try to play to win? Take the Brain Geyser if you're in blue. I was pretty open at that point. I was very, very, very open. I've literally never passed an Icy Manipulator. I'd take Icy. Shia would take Icy. The Geyser is good, though. Take the bill. But there... So you're saying this is the bill? The problem was, I remember... What is that card? 4 mana, and you, like, draw a card every turn. That is worth big money. And that was a 4 mana artifact. And I know there were other big artifacts and cards. Like, there were some very expensive uncommons in this set. Because my preparation was looking at all the most expensive uncommons and commons before I looked at the beta booster draft. So what I ended up doing, Brain Geyser is like 1,300. So what I ended up doing, took the Icy Manipulator. And it was a tough call. It was such a tough call. It was the toughest call I made in my life. And apparently this is just... But I took it because I thought it was worth more money than Brain Geyser. And if it wasn't, then at least it is like a really strong card in any deck that I make. In any deck that I play. Dick says, does it matter whether you're going for money or wins, but the Icy Manipulator is a beast and sealed? Look, if the... I don't remember the values of the cards, but if Brain Geyser was $3,000 and this thing was $500 or $300, I'd be really sick to my stomach if I did that. I would be so... And anyway, from there on out, I was paranoid. The only thing on my mind, it wasn't like, can I get more great cards? It was like, was this the right pick? Was this the money pick? Let's try to confirm. Let's go to the most reliable site for MTG prices, mtgstocks.com. Let's look at Brain Geyser. Whoops. Let's look at beta. Okay, according to this, the average is 1,400. Remember, these averages are based on all conditions. These are minty, mint, fresh mint, the mintiest of mint condition cards you could possibly get. And then there was the Icy Manipulator. But we need the beta version. All the other versions don't matter. Beta. 1,600. I was so relieved when I saw that the average was about $1,600. But I guess that's may not necessarily be what's being sold on the market. What is this? So there's an average of 1,600 for Icy Manipulator. Oh God! But it's only selling for 450. What is Brain Geyser going for? Oh no! Brain Geyser is getting actually sold for 890. But the price of them are lower. Alright, so I don't know what the hell this thing's actually worth. If I can sell this thing for $1,000 or more, I'm going to be pretty happy about it. Yeah, I mean, that's... Originally, I was looking at TCG Player and MTG Goldfish, and I'm sure MTG Goldfish was pulling from TCG Player. Yeah, hold on to your butts. Hold on to your beta butts. Alright, so let's get back. So what else do I have here? Okay, so that was the Icy Manipulator. And of course... the creme de la creme, the best card that I opened. And they tried to dramatically show the boosters. Like, first they went through all the commons. They told you they were commons. Then they went through all the uncommons. They told you these are the uncommons. And then they prepared you for the rare. But for this pack opening, and it was the only pack opening, they showed the rare immediately. Which sort of spoiled the moment, but whatever. I knew I was getting a plateau. I had mixed feelings about this plateau. You know, I shouldn't be crying that I got a beta plateau, but this is like the worst of all the dual lands. Like, this is hands down the worst one. And also, I have no connection to plateau, nothing whatsoever. I don't play red or white. I've never played any combination of these things, so, but the only great thing is that it's got the alternate art. It's the alternate art plateau. Secret Lair before Secret Lair existed. Yeah, real cards. Pack fresh. Super minty. Minty, minty fresh. From pack to sleeve. I'm surprised they didn't give us, what's it called? Inner sleeves. They didn't give us inner sleeves. They just gave us regular sleeves. Look how cute this thing is. These are the sleeves that they gave us at Magic 30. I don't know if this was specifically for the top 8 or everyone had these. Yeah, but those are the sleeves. Dick said, I just sold a mint alpha Savannah Lions for $600. It's listed on TCG at $3,400, but it really comes down to what someone will pay for it. And at the end of the day, I had no sentimental attachment. There we go. The Plateau was still like the 4th most expensive card open. Yeah, so in the end, I think I was in the middle of the pack in terms of money. Oh, there was one card that I liked above all the other cards, though. I put it immediately in my Pauper Fairies deck. I think this is the one card I enjoy the most out of everything that I drafted. And that was, I got a Beta Blue Elemental Blast. And I told everyone at the table, I need this for my Pauper Fairies deck as I reached over to get it. So this is probably my favorite card that I drafted in the Beta Booster draft, because I actually can play with this one. I'm very happy about that. Surprise, I was looking, there were a lot of cards we were looking forward to, like Counterspell, Lord of Atlantis, never showed up. Never showed up. I'm surprised Counterspell, like, midway through the draft, we had not seen Lightning Bolt, Soul Ring. We didn't see, like, there was tons of cards we didn't see. It was very interesting. Okay, what else is there to say? Do you guys have any questions? Now, I got to meet so many people there. And one of them was MTG Gaming Bob. And MTG Gaming Bob gave me this sick deck box. Look at this. Look at this custom-made deck box. It's so cool. You got the blue on this side. You got the blue mana symbol on this side. It says my name on the front. Look at who made this? I feel like this is a Ruin sponsored opportunity. Oh, here's the bottom of one of my other deck boxes. I now put like I didn't know how to get everything put away as I was getting back. So here you got your deck box. It's got the magic mana symbol, and to kick it off, it's got my Master of Waves bunny, the Bunny of Waves on the back. The Bunny of Waves is a very memorable piece of Magic 30 for me. Whatever this R is, who made this? I don't know if MTG Gaming Bob is still here. They deserve some sort of shout out. Insanely jealous of that box. Well, you probably can get one if I can find out who the hell made this thing. The Beta Bolt is over $400. Get it graded. I most definitely knew it was worth money. That's why I snapped it up. Snap-a-rooney. Yeah, we snapped that thing up. What else to say? I guess that's it about the Beta Booster draft. Sorry, work call. Okay, so maybe we can find out where that thing came from. So the what's it called? What else can I say about the event? I missed almost all my side events because I was in the main event. I was prepared for Pauper. I was prepared for Legacy. I didn't play any of them. What I ended up doing is at the end of day 1, after I'm 7-1, I what's it called? I played a casual. Like, I did play one modern side event that started like 9:30, and I played 2 rounds, won my 2 rounds, and in my 3rd round, because it was like 11 o'clock, I knew I had to get back home. Because I need sleep. I need to sleep for the day 2 of the Magic 30 event. I gave my opponent 2 options. We could ID, because we're both 2-0. There's only one round left in the tournament. Or if they really wanted to play, and I understand that if they really wanted to play, I could concede to them. Because the thing is, a very common story was people were playing in the side events because they couldn't play in the main event. The main event sold out completely. Yeah, so they wanted to play, so I conceded to them, and then that was it. Let's talk about my hotel, the Golden Gate Casino and Hotel. Can we get a... There we go. Is this it? Hold on, I'm trying to get the right picture. Yeah, this is it. I'm never going there again. Sorry, Golden Gate. Can't do it. You shouldn't have given me the garbage room. This is what you did. Let's blow this up. Okay, here's the Golden Gate Casino down here. Now, one thing that is very popular about this area is that they have this, I think it's called Fremont Street. I don't remember what the hell this street is called, but they have bands playing here, which is a bit stupid because you also have rooms all along this wall. Like, they have tons and tons and tons of rooms that are right against this band that plays music until 2 o'clock in the morning. And it is so ridiculously loud. I mean, you're like, it's like you have, I don't know how to put this. It's like you have front row seats up in a box at some stage or something. My room was shaking. That's how loud it was. You could feel the vibrations to every little song that they had. Okay, MTG Gaming Bob actually has something to say. Made by my friend R is his maker's mark for Ramsey. I so wish I had more time at Magic 30 to talk with you. I missed your beta draft. Was chatting with Rosewater. Oh yeah, everyone was busy. It was a great experience. Nobody there is gonna go home and complain that it was garbage. We were 12 miles away, but no band music blasting us. Was it Fremont? Fremont is the best. Old Vegas. You want to get a hotel along the new strip. Yeah, but this one was close to the convention center. Like, I could just walk there in 15 minutes. The location was amazing. I had a McDonald's I could eat at. There's a lot of, I could have a Subway. There was tons of amenities around here. It was very, very good. And I could just walk to the convention, which I did. I could walk there, walk back, very conveniently. So anyway, this is so damn loud and stupid. But there was one good thing. I was able to sleep through all the music. Because this was the end of my vacation, and I was so tired every single day. With a combination of earplugs, which help, but is not perfect. I was able to sleep through the music, and then by 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. Sorry, it's not 2 p.m., 2 a.m. They play music till 2 a.m. It's, once 2 a.m. hits, I guess I go into a much deeper sleep. Now, for Sunday, though, there was one problem. Some fire alarm went off in the building, and like it kept going and it wasn't turning off, and I'm like, do I have to get up? So I get up, and then the fire alarm turns off. So I only got 4 hours of sleep on the day that I had to play the beta booster, or play day 2 and then play the beta booster draft. I was pretty paranoid that I wasn't going to get enough sleep, but I still played really well, and I won anyway. Am I going to review any of the matches from Anu's stream? I'm going to review all of them for my gameplay channel. So if you want to see high quality Merfolk analysis, then you can check out my gameplay channel for that. See, sweet sun. Yeah, well, yeah. So I got the sunglasses tan here, which sucks because I'm like a content creator. This is gonna look really awkward in some random video. So maybe I'm gonna hold off from recording myself for a few weeks. I got some footage of. I have other videos to make with footage I've taken in the past. So I'll work. How long does it take to lose your suntan? I'm not even a person who likes to get tanned. I don't care. It's not even a big deal to me. Did you make a complaint to the hotel? They might have given you some pro bono amenities for your trouble. I asked for a new room and they couldn't because it was booked solid. And another thing, I was getting bitten. I don't know. Can I, where's all my bites? Here's a bite. Oh, there's another bite. I can't tell if they had bed bugs or they had fleas. I tried to look up bed bug bites and it doesn't look like the same. And I got like a bunch of bites on my feet. I think it's fleas. Either way, I threw all my laundry. I threw it in the washer first, then the dryer. Is that okay? Or was I supposed to just throw it in the dryer immediately? So I got bit everywhere. They biting me. Oh, here's some. Oh, it's hard to get that angle. Oh, you see? There's a bite here. There's a bite here. I got bitten. They got fleas over there at the Golden Gate. See, Golden Gates? I mean, you know what? They were really nice. The service was really nice. They're really overly kind. Probably because so many people complain about the noise over there. Well, what else happened? Let's get back over here. Bed bug bites are always all in a single row. No, I didn't have that. So I guess it's fleas. They got fleas. Hotel room equals it. It was danger big time. Oh, and it reeked like bleach. I walked in. I'm like, is that bleach? And then my brother was like, yeah, that's bleach. It was very, it was just so, so I basically was sleeping with fumes. Anyway, I'm not going back. That was an absolute mistake. I should have went to the plaza or something. It's not bleach. What is it? What is it, Ty Drake? Are they trying to kill me in my sleep? Someone died in your room? Probably. I would not be surprised. Seedlestorm says, didn't mean to give you a complex, just shows that you had a good time. Give it a few days and no one will notice the tan line. Oh no, I already knew about the tan line since I went to Vegas, and I saw it develop over my vacation in Florida. Tap Golden Gate. It deals damage every time a player sleeps. Oh, that is interesting. Also with bedbugs, you have to spray pretty much everything with rubbing alcohol. Well, that sucks. Please bag and clothing and have it chemically treated. Feet is usually bed bugs. Well, the thing is, my feet were pretty exposed. The beds were small, so my feet were hanging off. Oh, but that's true. They weren't really exposed. Like, they were under the blanket. Oh, God. Got a free room at the MGM Grand. Was nice enough to justify the 15-minute Uber. But here's another thing. My brother had no problems. Like, my brother was with me the entire time. Can, like, the bed bugs eat one person and not eat the other person? Anyway, the swellings don't, like, the marks don't look like bed bugs in my opinion. In before you brought back the bed bugs in your luggage. I know. I'm gonna actually, right after this show, I'm gonna take my luggage out to the back. Just put it on the balcony. Allergic reaction, maybe? No, not a chance. I mean, I've never had an allergic reaction like this. My allergic reaction is diarrhea. It's just tons of diarrhea. That's my allergic reaction. Seriously, sounds like bed bugs. Yes, they can target blood types. Ugh. Also, it's pretty cool that you got to play a beta booster draft, which is awesome. Yes, it was very tense. And you know, when it's not your booster, but it's you're the second or third pick, you're like just praying, oh please let there be a lot of good stuff in there. A lot of good uncommons. You're rooting for the uncommons. When will you upload on your main channel? Hopefully soon. I was planning on like editing while I was on vacation, but it didn't work out that well. I did get some work done, but not a lot. I have something in the developments, though. I have something in the developments. I'll take things I didn't need to know about the streamer for 300. Thank you very much, SRA Drace. Srad Racer. Yeah, so anyway, Golden Gate. So I got bit by bugs. Music till 2 a.m. Yeah, I'm never going back. Thank you very much, Golden Gate. Don't need to go back. Get some dry ice and put it near clothing and suitcase. If bed bugs are attracted to carbon dioxide, the dry ice will flash freeze them and kill them. Whatever. Well, I cleaned the laundry already. I'll just take. I don't really know what to do. What do I just bag? What is an easy way to treat this? Do I put them in like plastic bags and put them outside on my balcony? I guess I could do that. I could put them in a giant garbage bag. Now you think Merfolk will be a deck more played? Yes, but like it's in the same way as any other deck. Hold on, so let's go to my deck that I won with. Because I do have it on Twitter. This was actually really funny. Check this out. Okay, so one of my opponents was playing with an all-foil Japanese Omnath deck, an Omnath Scapeshift deck, and I beat him. And we actually had a really good chat, actually, about foil Japanese cards, because we got deck checked, and then I knew it was going to be a semi-nightmare for for the judge to deck check a foil Japanese deck. And I told my opponent, well, at least they're lucky that they don't have to deck check my foil Japanese deck, because I stopped foiling out the thing since COVID, and I just played with a regular paper deck. Although I'm trying to get back into the foiling. And so after the tournament, the guy copies. The guy told me he has like almost every single modern card in foil Japanese, which blew me away, and he proved it, showing me like every single foil Japanese card. He basically rebuilt my deck. He was inspired to play my deck after beating him. So anyway, that's an insane looking deck. Oh, I mean, this is basically my deck list if you want to see the deck list. The only difference is he does not appear to have the Oboro, the foil Japanese Oboro. I even told him I never was able to get a foil Japanese Oboro because I didn't think it even existed. I'd never had seen one before. I ended up getting, I own a foil Chinese Oboro, but I don't own a foil Japanese one. So, and I think that was the same case with him. It's really hard to get that foil Japanese Oboro. It's basically a white whale. There's special bags you can seal your clothing in that have chemicals that can kill them. You have to leave your clothes in them for a couple weeks. I already put the clothes in my washer and dryer. They're not going out. I heard that you can just put the dryer on for like an hour and it will basically nuke them. And I guess I'll do the same thing again. What's the coolest card I pulled? It was a Plateau. This is the biggest money card I got. Foil, sorry, not foil. No foils in these packs. A beta Minty Fresh Plateau. Minty Fresh. But I guess the card I liked the most was a beta Blue Elemental Blast. Why Oboro over Minamo? Because I think with 4 Mutavaults and sometimes with Cavernous Souls, you don't have blue mana. And you sometimes need double blue. Oh, I guess I don't need double blue with... Sorry, I just need to make double blue out of Mutavault. I think with 4 Mutavaults, it's sometimes clunky. I don't really find the Minamo very valuable. You untap Sveilun, that's it. It comes up, but I think Oboro is actually more relevant right now. So I get to fix my Mutavault mana, and also I get to fix what's it called? I get to bounce a card in my hand to protect my hand from Kroxa, which is common in the scam decks. How much does a Plateau go for? Nobody knows. Like in regular condition, about like 2,300-ish. But maybe in mint, I don't know what a mint condition Plateau goes for. It's hard to tell what the value of any of these cards are. What was the most challenging match? Maybe a Zoo deck I had to play on the first day. I mean, my hardest matchup is Hammer, which was my winning into the top 8. But it actually went, like, pretty much more smoothly in my way. I had all the interaction for them. But maybe the hardest match was a Tribal Zoo deck where they were dealing tons of damage. They have, like, you know, they have Bolts, they have Tribal Flames, they had, like, Wild Nacatl, Ragavan. They had, like, a really good aggro. They have these aggro starts that are crazy. And I had a lot of Dismembers, which was good, but it was also taking my life total down by a lot. You're going to grade some of them? I have no plans on grading anything. How Cursecatcher does. It was a great 1-drop. It was just a 1/1 Merfolk with a Pearl Trident, basically. Daniel Davies, congrats on the event. You did amazing. I know. And I know the Merfolk community is super happy. So this was the 75 I played. I was going to play, if anyone was familiar with my 5-0 result, like I was going to play with 4 Cursecatchers, and the point of Cursecatcher was to give me an edge versus Burn and Living End. But, like, I totally understand if you want to play with Dockhand instead, but I really wanted a little bit more edge versus Burn and Living End. I think those are tough matchups, even with all the counterspells and interaction. I think those are tough matchups, so I wanted that edge versus them. But if you're in a metagame with, like, more Ren and 6 and Fire and Ice, then you'd probably want Dockhand over Cursecatcher. So if there's, I guess, if there's no Burn or Living End, play Dockhand. But we live in a world with a lot of Living End and a lot of Burn, so I played with Cursecatcher. And I wanted Harbinger of the Tides in my deck. So my original 5-0 list in a league had 4 Cursecatchers, so I bumped out 2 Cursecatchers to put 2 Subtlety from my sideboard into the main deck over here, as you can see. And then I was able to fit some Harbingers because I want a little bit more edge versus Hammer Time. Are you sunburnt or is it just the lighting? No, I have a tan. It's a tan. There's no sunburn. I didn't get burned once. I don't have skin that burns. What's our best approach to control? Have 3 in my local meta and Rite of Pain. Play at flash speed? I don't know. That's a very loaded question. You gotta outplay them. Play at flash speed. Beta cards are basically worth what someone will pay, especially the uncommons and rares. So there's like no real good market for it. Because I have heard that if you get a Mox from beta, it's like $25,000. It could be, yeah. Minty fresh beta Mox. There was, I don't know what the circumstances were, but there was one beta Black Lotus in the room that was $225,000 from one vendor. I don't know if that was an artist proof or that was just a regular, really high, good beta Black Lotus. Or maybe it was an alpha. Maybe it was alpha. Sorry, I don't know. I don't know. There was one black bordered Black Lotus in the room at $225,000 from one vendor. Skin that doesn't burn, so you have protection from red? Yes, as blue should. So yeah, this deck list did me very well. Oh, I did shopping! I did some shopping! On Friday, I was able to do some shopping. I really wanted to get back into foiling out my deck again because I'm going to be playing more paper events. And that's very important. And there are some cards I just want. You want to see my shopping? I got some shopping. Hold on. Where are we here? Okay, we got some shopping. So, first off, I got some foil Vendilion Clicks from Modern Horizons 1, the first Modern Masters. Because I already own 2, but I need 2 more to play M. Hayashi's, like, mono blue control fairies deck, which I love. I love that deck. So, I want to be able to play Merfolk or play this deck. Because if Renin 6 gets banned, this fairies deck will be busted. It will be so busted. This deck only has a weakness to 1 card, and that's Renin 6. That's about it. So, I think, and actually my choice to play Merfolk over the weekend, because I was planning to play this deck. I was planning to play the mono blue fairy deck. I was playtesting a lot, but in the end, I'm like, Renin 6 is so hard to beat. If they have it on the draw, then they just get too many lands, and they, like, basically sort of, they have a huge mana advantage over me. Like, I have counter spells, but I can't counter 2 cards in 1 turn. And another thing is, like, all my creatures, the Brazen Borrowers, the Spellstarter Sprites, the Vendilion Clicks, like, everything dies to Renin 6. So it was just too hard to justify playing this deck. It's still a good deck, and I'm still willing to play it, and I want to foil it out. But I decided to play Merfolk because I thought it had a way better chance of beating Renin 6. I got myself a foil showcase Brazen Borrower. Honestly, the foil sucks. It actually looks so much better in the video, but in person, it's got that sort of dull from the vault feel to it. It's not what I thought it was going to be. It actually looks really good in video, though. Wow, this is looking great in video. But in person, I actually don't like the foiling at all. I was really disappointed that this is how the foils were going to be. And then my favorite shopping, and I didn't get enough of them. Foil Masks Block Counterspell. Look how gorgeous that is. Because here's the thing. I already owned one from a long time ago. I owned one Foil Masks Block Counterspell from, I don't know, a million years ago. Since I started playing the game back in the year 2000, I had a foil counterspell in Masks Block. And I want to complete the playset. And I was able to find 2, from my analysis, near mint counterspells. Like, they're very, very, very good condition. Very, very good condition. There were a few counterspells on the floor, but none of them were in as good condition as this. Some had scuffs or nicks or stuff like that. So anyway, so now I'm missing one. I was hoping to get the whole playset, but I wasn't able to do shopping because the moment I was done my beta booster draft, which was it was like 6:45, and at 7 o'clock, this is one thing I didn't really like. At 7 o'clock, they called it quits for the day, basically. All the shows and all the vendors shut down. That's one thing I didn't really like. Maybe this was a good thing for the vendors to give them a break, go have supper or whatever. But in a regular Grand Prix, like, the vendors are there till the end, basically. They don't go anywhere at 7 o'clock. But at 7 o'clock, they shut everything down and only just had the side events running. So you can't buy any cards after 7. So if you're like playing in events, like in the main event, then I can't go shopping later. And then, so it was like 6:45 when my beta booster draft ended. And, well, whatever. The security guards offered to walk me out to, like, my Uber, which was very courteous of the event, so that no one would, like, mug me for my plateau. No, I didn't really think I needed the protection. Like, I don't know, I had, like, $10,000 of cards on me at that point between this and, like, my Arabian Nights booster pack and all my other cards. Let's be serious. Like, people have, like, $10,000 to $20,000 of cards on them in their, like, packs. Oh, that was another thing. I love the security. You actually had to go through metal detectors there. Man, I didn't organize this this very well. Yeah, you had to go through metal detectors to get into the venue, which I thought was like something we should have had like a long time ago. I'm surprised you can just freely walk in. Freely walk in with whatever. At 3 p.m. close? Magic players are getting old. Yeah, I guess they are. How much was the buy-in for the beta draft? It was 150 US dollars to get into the Magic 30 Modern Championship qualifier, and it was a qualifier to get into the beta booster draft. That's what it was. So, how much money did they pay for it? Let's see. Hold on. Let's break out the calculator. I don't remember how many players per tournament. There were 4 pods. Oh, it's over here already. We're already used to the calculator. How many there was per pod? It was $150 a shot. I know that. That 7 p.m. thing was lame. You basically chilled in the tourney area or go outside if you had 9 or 10 p.m. game. Yeah, that's right. I want to do more shopping. I was looking to go shopping. I stopped foiling out my deck. Oh, hold on. Oh, so 100. Yeah, you had to spend 150 bucks and you had to win. You had to make the top 8 of the entire event. Understood. That's unfortunate that the vendors had closed, and it's good that they had metal detectors. I'm glad you had... Oh, I had a lot of fun. So hold on. Well, let me show you. Does anyone know how many players per tournament? I think it was 256, if I was correct. Hold on. Let's see. 256. I think it was 256. 256 times 150 entry fee times 4 tournaments. They lost money on this event. So they lost money because I believe each beta booster, so it's $153,000 that they got in entry fees, and I believe each booster is maybe I'm wrong. Is it $10,000? I think it's $10,000 a beta booster. Let's see if we can beta booster MTG price. $7,100? Oh, maybe it's not that bad then. We have... This one's going for 28,000 Canadian. It's hard to determine. We have 5,000... Maybe it is fine. That booster box was found, so pure profit. It might not have. They might have just bought it. I mean, I don't know what they did. I don't know how they got these beta booster packs. But let's get back to here. Let's get our calculator. So $153,000. And how many packs were opened? 8 times. It was 8 times 3 times, let's say $5,000 at the low end. Okay, so if they paid $5,000 a booster, then actually the tournament paid for itself, more or less. No, actually it didn't. There were tons of other prizes given out. If you made like if you made day 2, you got 2 English Legends booster packs. First place was a beta booster pack. Second to fourth was an Arabian Nights booster pack, which is what I got. I gotta be careful with this booster pack. And then you got and I can't remember. They gave out so many booster packs. They definitely lost money on this event. But it was a celebration, so that's how they celebrated it. They should have been more coverage, though, for this celebration. Was this another, we found it in the back sort of thing? I don't know. They might know about the beta, their beta inventory at the back. I mean, how many beta boxes do they need to store if they do this once every 5 to 10 years? Yeah, not that many. So I guess they could do this again in 5 years. I gotta qualify again. Gotta keep doing that. Wasn't the convention held by Wizards of the Coast? They probably had a bunch of boxes being held hostage by Daddy Hasbro. Well, of course, yeah. But how many can they be? How disciplined are they? I don't know. So anyway, they've most definitely lost. At the low end, $5,000. And still $5,000 of inventory they threw away. Or not threw away. It was a celebration, people. It's a celebration. Came late. Did you qualify for Modern? Yep. That was the only way you could qualify was through Modern. They probably got the booster box from Rudy's basement. Oh! According to my brother, he saw Rudy at the McDonald's. So Rudy might not have been at the convention center. And this is just a rumor. I didn't see it myself. My brother said he saw someone with the Alpha Investments t-shirt that looked like Rudy that had a tattoo on his leg at a McDonald's. So that's all pure speculation. So his aura, and it would make sense that he would probably be at Vegas, but maybe not at the convention. He's just meeting up with his finance friends. And also, so a lot of, and I have to say, I appreciate everyone that I met there. I met more. Oh, where's my badge? Where's my badge? The only way people were able to find me. They gave you like a badge to be in the event, but like no one knows who I am because I've got a face mask. I have a face mask on. So what I decided to do is I made sure I bought some like sticky name tags to write Nikachu on, but it wouldn't stick to my jacket for the event. So I ended up putting on my my badge, and it worked perfectly. So now every single time I would just walk a few feet, I had like vendors, I had people, I had vendors who recognized me and said hi. I had like tons of fans who said hi. Every few feet I walked, it was like, oh my God, it's Nikachu. It's Nikachu. There's Nikachu. Nikachu is there. And so I met more people than I ever had before. I had like fans that were like, they were having a crappy day, and I asked them, how's your weekend? I was like, it's doing great now. Would meet tons of people outside the bathroom. Because, you know, very often I have to go to the bathroom. I have to have my coffee, people. And when you have your coffee, you have to end up going to the bathroom, like, constantly. They'll make that money back with those $1,000 useless boosters next month. Oh, yeah, they don't care about their beta boosters. Sure, they can easily part with them. And that's it. That was my Vegas vacation. And I'm so glad to be back home. 2 weeks in Florida, then weekend in Vegas. But you know what? You fans helped me a lot, actually, because you gave me a lot of energy. By the time I reached Vegas, I was so beat and tired from my own vacation, but the fans gave me enough energy to blast through, play that Modern event, and it was probably the most... It's definitely a once-in-a-lifetime experience that I'll never forget, and it will be... and one thing, I'll have these booster packs to remind me of it. The classic booster packs. If anyone has a good idea how I'm going to use these booster packs, how to frame them, let me know. I need inspiration here. And I hope you enjoyed it, like meeting. If anyone met me there and met my brother, I hope you enjoyed it. So, as usual, and we'll get back to a consistent schedule here and now. We do this Monday to Friday, 8 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square. If you want to support the channel, thank you very much for everyone who supports the channel with the super chats and with the memberships. Keeps me going. Make sure that I don't miss a single day unless I'm on vacation. But thank you very much for being here every day. Thank you very much for being part of Coffee and MTG, because you guys are this show. So, as usual, keep bringing up those coffees and we'll keep bringing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you at the next cup.